Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Tuesday, March the 2nd, 2024. Tuesday, March the 2nd. Well, let's get to the good stuff, everybody. Remember, we have all been wondering who is it Jason is protecting? Because look, even though he told Anna he was protecting himself, even though he told Sonny he was protecting himself, we knew Jason is selfless, not selfish. Okay, so we knew he wasn't protecting himself. And guess what? It came out. And this is how it came out. Anna decides she is going to have Kate and Jason in the same room, like to try to hash it out. She was actually trying to get Jason out of the FBI clutches so he could work with her. I don't know how she thought that was going to work. Because, see, even I knew that wasn't going to. Jason would not work for Anna unless Pikeman was involved. He would work with her to get Pikeman, possibly, but he definitely wouldn't give her information on Sonny. Okay. So Kate walks into the office. Jason looks at him because Anna said, "Oh, John Cates is on his way." And he looks at her like, "What are you?" She's already up, opening the door, telling Cates to come in. "Oh, Jason Morgan's in here," as Cates is walking through the door. So he looks, Jason turns around and looks at him. And he's like, kind of like, "Okay, why are we here?" He's still trying to hold the cover. Anna goes, "Oh, I know he's been working for you." And he looked at Jason and he said, "Why would you tell her that? Why, why would you?" He goes, uh, "My cover's already blown." He says, "On top of the fact, since my cover is blown, he goes, well, that negates our agreement." And he says, "Oh, our agreement was under false terms." And Kate looked at him and says, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Because it was under false pretenses. You lied to me, Jagger." And Kate looked at him and he goes, "It's not a lie. If I would have told you, you still wouldn't have remembered because you don't remember the time when we knew each other. You don't remember that." And Jason's like, "But you do. You do. And we have a history that makes you biased." And he goes, "No, the facts still remain. I have leverage over you." Because Jason said, "I'm out." And he goes, "My cover's blown. I'm out." He goes, "So what? Your cover's blown?" He goes, "That's going to make pikemen come after you even harder." Jason says, "Wait a minute. You want to use me as a sitting duck?" He goes, "I am not about to be a sitting duck to lure in." Because he goes, "The old pikeman's going to send somebody big to come in to take you out." And Jason's like, "I'm not about to do that. My family is here. My friends are here. You're making me a target. That means they could be in danger." And he's doggone right. Okay. His sons could be shot in the crossfire. Say anybody. He's living up above Kelly's. They could come in, shoot up the joint. So Kate is like, Jason says, "Absolutely, I'm not about to do that. I will lure pikemen anywhere but here. No, it has to be here." And it's like, no, it actually doesn't have to be here. Pikemen would come after Jason anywhere. Right, everybody? Kate doesn't care. He doesn't care about any collateral damage. And so Jason says, "I'm not doing it." He goes, "Then I'm going to use the RICO evidence against Carly Spencer. I said, yep, I knew it. I knew it was Carly. Who else would Jason do this for other than Sonny and Carly? They must have her pretty dead to rights. Because otherwise, look, just like Sonny get out of everything, Carly would too. Carly's got Diane. But remember, when she took over and I don't know where they got the evidence from, but when she took over the organization, Jason was on the run with Britt, right? So he couldn't tell her how to do things to keep them more under wraps, undercover. So she didn't have the benefit of his counsel. So she must have done something that is going to get her into trouble, or that did not going to, that got her into trouble. So I was like, so Jason, as soon as he said that, Jason turned around and said, okay, I'll do whatever you want. just point blank. I'm going to do whatever you want now, right? So he goes, okay, so what is your plan? This is what Jason said. Jagger said, my plan, you're resourceful. You come up with something. And I said, see, he knows it's dangerous for the citizens of Port Charles, so he don't want his hands on it. So Jason should say, okay, I'm gonna come up with something, but it's gonna be in Canada. It's going to be in a place I can control. It'll be in an area, one of our safe houses that's remote. I can control that setting. That's what Jason should do. So now it's left up to Jason to figure everything out. Okay? We're going to see how that's going to go, everybody. We're going to see how that's going to go. Now, the next big news today was, guess who's up on his feet? Stella caught him standing up. And he talking about he didn't want to tell Portia. He didn't want to tell his family yet. He want to make sure he's steady. It's like, you want to be able to run a marathon before you letting people know you can walk. And Stella, talk some wisdom into his head. She goes, son, your family should be able to share your successes, Curtis. Period. You don't lie to your family. Keep everybody in suspense. You got them worrying that, did it work? Is it gonna work? And he goes, marriages fall apart based on lies. So when Portia came home, he decided to show her, when she came out the kitchen area, that he could stand. And she was just like, oh my, she cried at the drop of the hat. So she tear running down her face. And he was kind of got a little unsteady. She goes, oop, oop. And he held onto the fireplace. And he said, I could use a coat. She goes, I got you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so she grabs his hand and he's hanging on to the fireplace and he walks over to her and he hugs her. And he hugs her. That was good. That was very, very good. So I was really, really happy to see that. You know, um, you want to know what else is crazy? I don't know about you, but remember, every time in soap operas, if they have two people together more than once in 1 week, they're getting ready to put those people together. Guess who they're getting ready to put together? Drew and Nina. I see it like it's the back of my hand. Drew came in. How's the latest issue of Crimson Guns? Under some stupid preach. There was no reason Drew had to be in that office. But to get under Nina's skin and get close to Nina. And Nina's trying to, she uses your worst impulses against you, trying to push him to the surface, saying, don't you want the least bit payback against Carly and Jason? I'll bet he's in her bed right now. And he goes, I ended it with Carly, Nina. She goes, oh, only because you already know. She was ending it with you once Jason came back. And what could he say but look stupid? But of course, he's trying to tell her her shortcomings, and she didn't care. She got the best of him. She got the best of Drew. So He ends up talking to her, and then hearing about what article she's researching for the magazine for the next big fall issue. And it ended up being something really, really good. And he's like, Nina, can you email me that? That sounds really interesting. And she's like, sure, because it had just arrived in her email. And so she goes, as we speak. So she emails him to him, and he goes, okay, I got it. And he goes, see, I told you we could work together. And as he's walking out, she's like, stranger things have happened. And I thought, here's the deal. You're going to try to use Drew to make Sonny jealous. And she's going to say, Drew, this will get back at Carly. Carly's going to not like the fact that you and I together. Carly could care less. Jason is back. So that wouldn't work. As a matter of fact, they were having a family dinner. Donna is so cute. She was helping Jocelyn make some lasagna, right? And, they told Carly, you could see if the noodles are cooled down. Don't pick them up though, because we all know Carly can't cook. And remember, Dex taught Jocelyn to cook. So anyway, she's just beaming. Oh, she's so happy. And Donna's like, Mommy, you're happy. And she goes, yes, I am, because I'm with my two girls. And she goes, and my best friend is back. And Donna goes, Jason. And Carly's like, yeah, he is my best friend. And so Jocelyn says, Mommy, do you think he'll remember me? And Carly says, of course he's going to remember you, Donna, of course. And she goes, you may not remember Jason, but Jason's going to remember you, even though you've gotten really, really big, right? It was so cute. So Michael, Willow, and Wiley and little Amelia, they put up to bed because guess what? Casting, they really didn't have that baby with them. But they, Carly talks to Michael for a minute. She goes, you know what, Michael? Before Jason turned himself in, he was with you guys, right? You took care of him. And Michael said, yeah, I needed Willow's help. He needed medical attention. Willow took excellent care. She got medication for him. She stitched him up. And she goes, Jason is healing so well as he is because of Willow. And she says, ooh, Willow put herself, you know, out there like that. And he goes, yes. He goes, now I knew it was a risk. I asked her to do it for me, and she didn't hesitate. And so she goes, okay, like wow. So Willow comes out, she was the Donna and Wiley and Jocelyn were playing some game, not like maybe it was Star Wars. And Willow comes in, okay, I got kicked out of it, into the kitchen. And she goes, and Wiley wants you, Michael. And so Michael goes, okay. So Carly and Willow talk. And Carly and Willow get along. And Carly says, Willow, I understand you took care of Jason. She goes, yeah. She goes, and I understand that you could have had a lot of misgivings about it. And, it could it could be a nervous, tense situation. She goes, and it was. She said, but Michael asked me to do it. And when the man you love asked you to do something because it was that important to him, she says, on top of the fact that Jason saved my life, yes, I absolutely was going to do it. And so Cardi says, and I understand that you took a big risk taking medication from the hospital. And she said, yeah, now that I really have to tell you, I was really, really nervous about that. She said, because it did come up that there was a shortage. And she goes, but Michael called Spinelli. And before there was even an investigation, Spinelli had fixed it up so that it showed no shortage. So Cardi said, Spinelli is a person to know. Spinelli is a person to know. Okay. So they smiled, and she thanked Willow. Okay. Now the last thing that is interesting Dex had his interview on the with the person that's over the instructor, the sergeant over the academy, letting people in. He interviewed Dex personally, and he was asking Dex questions. Why do you want to do this? And blah blah blah. And you could just let your what you were doing in that world behind. I mean, it was just good questions. And Dex was saying, when I was, I think what was Dex in the military? I forget what Dex was, but what branch? But when I was in the military, he said, you know, we were a family. He goes, we did things for good. We did things for protection and for the keeping the safety and the peace of our country. We had a mission, and our troop was a family. He says, but then when I got discharged, and he goes, yeah, I see it was dishonorable. And so the guy said, but there were no charges. So that means usually there was some provocations. She goes, but you have a blemish on your record. It's gonna follow you. And so Dex says, yeah, but they didn't really get into it because I'm sure it's in the report. Why Dex? Because he wrote a statement as to why he did it, right? And so he says, but then when I got out, I was doing private security for hire, for CEOs, for rich people, for money. He says, and doing it for money, there was really no, he goes, it wasn't illegal. No, and the guy says, was it illegal, illegal hirings and jobs? He goes, no, these were not illegal. And he goes, oh, but unlike when you took a job for Sonny Corinthos. Dex said, I was not cut out for Sonny's world. He said, and yeah, he goes, but you worked for him for 2 years. He goes, yeah. He says, I had to figure out a way I could get out. And I'm thinking, Dex, you still didn't figure out a way to get out. Carly kept Sonny from killing you. That's what right? But that sounded good. I had to find a way to effectively get out. And so the guy kind of said, okay, you know. And Dex says there was no honor. He goes, and then I quickly really saw, yes, I was privy to a lot of illegal activity. He says, and that's not for me. He goes, that life is not for me. He goes, I feel like being a cop, there would be some honor, right? And because first he was saying, oh, I want to be a cop because Commissioner Devane wants me to. And the guy is like, no, you know what? That's not enough. You can't want to join the force because we have to take an oath and you would have to mean it. And it would have to mean something to you. You can't do that just because Commissioner Devane wants you to. So Dex gave him a good enough reason, why he wants to do it. Let's face it, now we're going to see Dex the cop. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work, you know? And now Jocelyn's going to forgive him because he's a cop now. He's a cop. Anyway, I don't know. He's a cop until, look, your brother Michael does something a little gray and sketchy. And you'll say, look, no. My brother's off limits, Dex. No, you can't. No. Don't let Carly do something. No. Mother's off limits, Dex. No. See, we'll see. We'll see about that. Now, we got comment corner. Everybody, you all are going crazy over the comments on comment corner. What I'm going to do, I'm going to attempt. Now there is, how many comments are here on comment corner? 103. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm not even going to read 10 of them. Let me see. I got to get rid of some of these. I got to set my trusty, dusty stopwatch, everybody. I'm going to read 10 minutes. Nah, we'll see if I make it 10 minutes. 10 minutes of comments, comment corner. Today, you know how I do the top down or the bottom up? I'm going to really kind of start in the middle, but I got to do the first one. Faith says, "You got me with that April Fool's joke." So happy it wasn't true. I had to do that. I had to do it. And I have so many people saying, "I believed you. I Daily recap." Yeah, you know what? I know you believe me, guys. But I had to just definitely do a little April Fool's joke. So thank you so much, everybody, for forgiving me for deceiving you all. I'm here. As a matter of fact, I'm here and I'm expanding everybody. I will now be on TikTok. I've made it today. My daily recaps will appear on TikTok, a portion of them. They won't be every single day like these. I will do it every day, but with going on TikTok, I can only do 10 minutes. So yes, I'll be saying the same daily recap, but I will have to do editing in order to put it on TikTok, and I won't edit tonight or at night. You know, when I finish the daily recaps at night, if I'm doing them at night, I upload that night. There's no editing. Editing takes too long. So anyway, but I will be branching out. So follow me on TikTok. So anyway, let me go to the middle. I'm just scrolling and I'm stopping right here. Um, Eduardo says, "Why can't Dante walk in 5 days? Jason isn't the only superhero come back from the dead." Star in the soap opera. Okay, Eduardo. But P. Merle says probably because he just came out of the coma with a collapsed lung. Armor piercing bullets are no joke. I love Dante, but he's no Jason, right? And then Jacarly says, "I did." Must have been believed you, me, with the April Fool's joke. Catherine says, "Blaze shouldn't rush to come out. It should be in her own terms, in her own timing. It should be planned. Mama knows best." And then P. Merrill says, "Wait, her mother thinks this is just a phase Blaze is going through. She has no intentions of letting Blaze come out." That is true. User NU says, "Pretty lady, you should be on General Hospital. Great acting." I was having fun, just having some fun. I believed I'm late watching. Pretty lady, you got me. Okay, I sure did. Catherine says, "Blaze's mother's correct. Look at all the stars that did MAC campaigns, but would never be on home and shopping. uh, it would be awful. Plus, Brooklyn has a conflict of interest in the outcome." Yes, I know. P. Merle says, "Just goes to show you, Sasha was being seriously undervalued and probably underpaid." That is true. Blaze can uh, regress to a young child in her mother's presence. Yeah, she did kind of shrink back a bit. Alicia says, "The point is that Sonny is off his meds, and not by his own doing. I do believe that he's a narcissist, not a hypocrite, really. He also is acting paranoid, maybe the side effect of Valentine's messing with the doses." No, paranoia is a absolute symptom of being chemically off balance. Guess I'm taking up for him, but he has had a few attempts on his life. That is so true. Dante shooting, Michael, Dex, now Jason popping up. It's a lot on his plate. Sonny doesn't do well under pressure in the best of times. You are so right, Alicia. Funny, Anna giving Sonny her go get him cop talk when her ex could be the worst criminal. I know. Anna's gonna, you know what's gonna happen? Anna's gonna end up being the one to shoot Valentine. Yeah, she shot the daughter. Now she's gonna shoot the father, maybe kill him. I don't know if they're gonna kill off Valentine, but yeah, he ain't needed. Teresa says, plus he's doing other stuff, right? Dex thinks he's going to get Joss back. Pete Merrill says, "Not for long. Anna can protect him from everyone." No, she cannot. I see trouble ahead. He should have stayed at the gym or in the military. Patty says, I think Jake Jake's feelings are valid. They're they are track or and they track. Yeah, they do. Patty also says he needs to stop worrying about Sonny. Who? Maybe Jason? Jason ain't that worried about Sonny. Jason's worried about Carly. Alicia says, good one daily recap, lady. I believed you. Sonny meant figuratively he would catch him when he falls. Yeah, I know. I was just making a joke. I didn't don't get Anna. Why bring Dex into the cop shop? He's a criminal too. So is the old man Cy, who deserved it. IMO. IMO is. Dex is bent on revenge, and that's not uh a good cop attitude. No, it's not. And yeah, Sonny will be after him as well, especially in his present mental state. Ironic that Anna kicked Sonny to the curb and her ex Valentine is about to wreak chaos on the town running those weapons. Can't wait to see the look on her face. And then Catherine says, I believed you, haha. Cheryl says, you are funny with that April Fool's joke. um, and then she goes, I am says, Brooklyn is Blaze's music manager. Her mother manages finances. Oh, okay. There we go. Uh, Kathy says, you are so good. No more sad news. That won't. That's over with. Um, and then P. Merle says Jason anticipated Jake's every word and reaction, which is why he never wanted to have kids. Liz nor Sam listened to his reasonings. I know Jake is upset with his dad. I feel so bad for both of his sons. Jason's life is so complicated and he can't really explain. Jake and Danny would be shocked to learn how their mothers really, well, who their mothers really are. No one thinks twice about bashing Jason, but he never bashed either of his baby mamas. And I am says Jake was a ops baby. Jason and Sam tried for years to get pregnant. His issue when Sam was pregnant was a lie, was the lie that Franco staged. Yeah, Sam's rape the night of their honeymoon. Jason felt guilty that he couldn't protect Sam. Liz changed the DNA test results. Danny was kidnapped by Heather and lived with Taya. Jason was on an emotional roller coaster, but he fought hard to get him back. Lisa says, Sonny really believes Jason is trying to kill him? Question mark. Yeah, right. I know. Jason is not a snitch. He is a mercenary. Jason did save Dante's life. Jason kept um, them from shooting him. Well, Dante still got shot. Sonny would not look, Sonny will not look at this right. He's being stupid. Anna will tell him like it is. Thank you, Anna. And the last comment I'm going to read, Daily Recap Lady did it very well. I fell for the hook. He fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Sorry, Judy. And Judy says, shame on you. You gave me a heart attack. Oh, no. Y'all. Well, listen, comment corner. I think if I have to say anything, I am so proud of everyone feeling as important as you are to these daily recaps. You truly are, everybody, because you all have something to say. We're all talking to our friends. Like it's like we're friends and family talking about our favorite soap. And I love that you're doing it. We have guys engaged. I mean, soaps, women, no, Look, if grandma was babysitting her grandkids, and boys and girls was watching them soaps with grandma, right? Because I grew up watching General Hospital with my grandmother. Okay. So anyway, everybody, I am so proud of that. I will be, I will be back tomorrow with another daily recap of General Hospital.